We have an update for you on a case that's garnered a lot of attention here in Indianapolis over the last year. It's about a driver who police say killed 2 people in 3 weeks in Indianapolis. She is now facing felony charges of reckless homicide. Her name is Kelly Anderson, and she wasn't charged in the first case. The investigation is still open. Police say in that one, she lost control of her car. She jumped the curb, went up on the sidewalk, and killed Dr. Brian Dillman, who was out on the sidewalk for a walk. It was just 3 weeks later that police say that she caused an 8-car pileup, and in that incident, killing Kiana Burns, a young mother of 4. Now, police told us that leading up to these 2 accidents, Kelly Anderson was at fault for 5 crashes since 2019. Court records show that she has a seizure disorder. Now, this case has attracted a lot of media coverage. A lot of it is focused on the driver, her driving record. But what about those who are grieving? What about those who died? We went to the families to learn the story that hasn't been told. Here now is our extended conversation with Kiana's mother, Denise Gatling. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. It's day to day still. There are days when I don't want to get up. I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to see anybody. And then there are days when I feel okay, like I can handle that day. So, you know, it's still, and we're all of us, even the kids, are taking it day by day. You know, we all have our good days and bad days. So that's kind of how it is right now. It's everything has sunken in, and the finality of, you know, everything, Kiana, like everything Kiana just stopped on June 9th. And so, you know, it took us a good couple months to kind of come to the reality that that was how it is going to be. Like, she's not here anymore. It's weird how that dynamic happens when you lose a loved one. It's almost like for those first couple weeks, I totally expected her to call me. It was very strange. I would like hold my phone and wait for her picture to pop up, but knowing it wasn't going to happen. But my mind was kind of letting me go there. So, you know, coming to terms with all of that has been the hardest part. But you know, we've accepted all that now. So now it's about what we have to do to move forward, and you know, what the kids need, and you know, just all about them at this point. Yeah. And they're doing okay.
So why don't we kind of introduce us to us, starting with Jacoby. Kind of tell me a little bit about Jacoby, his age, his personality, his features.
So Jacoby just turned 9 on November 30th. He is the big brother to everybody, and he is very into sports, basketball and football. And he... Jacoby is angry. He's got a lot of anger issues. He doesn't understand why this was allowed to happen, why she was driving in the first place. He has a real hard time understanding that. And I have answered those questions as best I can, but I can't really answer them to his satisfaction because I don't understand it either. It's a question that I have and that I'll always have. So, but he's the protector. He is the protector of me, of the other kids. But he's doing okay. Noah is 6, and Noah is the scientist of the family. He's very intellectual, very creative. We call him, his nickname is Grandpa because he's slow. He walks slow, he eats slow, he moves slow. You know, he's that kid. Very loving, very touchy-feely, huggy. You know, gives me 20 million hugs a day, and I love it. He's the best hugger. His struggle is just, he's sad. He's sad a lot. He'll wake up and just, you can see it on his face. Like he's just going to have a bad day. So the two older boys are in therapy, and they have been since this happened 3 times a week. They go to the school and meet with them at the school, and so they each have their own little, you know, Jacoby has his skills that he uses for when he's starting to get angry at school, because sometimes the kids say, you know, everybody at the school knows, and sometimes the kids can be cruel, and so you know, he uses those tools to calm himself down so he doesn't get in trouble. Noah has his own little set of tools to use when he gets really, really sad. They both have a little pocket heart that they got from the Indiana Donor Network that they can keep in their pockets or their book bag. And when they're having a bad day at school, they can pull it out and just kind of hold on to it for comfort. So, you know, the older two are struggling, but they're doing better than they were months ago. Kenneth, we call him K3. He's 3, and he was the mama's boy. Like always with his mom, no matter where they went, or no matter where she went, he was with her. And he definitely notices her absence. I have pictures on my Echo thing and on my computer screen and up in my room. And when he sees her picture, he'll stop and he'll point at it. His eyes will get real big, and you know, so he totally knows who she is and that she's not around. But he's doing okay, you know. He's happy, and you know, him and his dad are buddies, and they, you know, his dad just loves the heck out of him, and so, you know, I'm not worried about them being taken care of and being loved and all of that stuff. That's not a thing. Baby girl, Janae is her name, but I never call her that, just because when Kiana found out that she was having a girl after the 3 boys, she was so excited. So we just always kept calling her baby girl. So that's what I call her. She just turned 1 on October 5th, and she is exactly like her mother. Exactly like her mother. She's loud like her mother. She's rambunctious. She's running around, getting into everything, talking all the time. Just a happy, always smiling baby. And that was Kiana, you know. And she looks just like her too. So it's almost like I got Kiana all over again in baby girl. So it's just like, oh God, we're gonna do this again. So yeah, that's the 4 kids, and they're wonderful, and I thank God every day. Every day. That none of them were in the car, and that I have them. Because they keep me going. They literally get me up in the morning. So the routine is I get up 6 o'clock, get the boys up, get them ready for school, take them to school, come home. I work from home, which is nice. Work from home, pick them up from school, come home, make dinner, homework, play, try to finish work, go to bed, and do it all again the next day. So by the time Saturdays come around, I'm I'm so ready for the weekend and so ready for a day when we don't all have to jump out of bed at 6 a.m. So the boys usually sleep till about 10 or 11 on Saturdays and Sundays. But yeah, that's our routine, and right now it's working. So it's really been just a whole life adjustment for all of us. I mean, this is our new normal, and we're doing the best we can.
What are your thoughts about Kelly Anderson?
You know, I've really tried to when this first happened, I had a lot of rage, when I first saw her the very first time, a couple days after she was arrested and had her bond hearing in the courtroom, it was kind of a surreal experience. I at this point, I don't really have a whole lot of feeling about her because I can't let that can consume me and consume me in a way that's not good for me or good for anybody else in this house. So I had to let that go. I had to. It just was eating me alive. And so I don't really have a whole lot of feeling about her. I don't know anything about her other than what happened, to my daughter and the events leading up to that, the few weeks before. I hope that this has made her realize that she cannot be behind the wheel of a car. I'm hoping that that's what is going through her mind, but I don't know. We haven't heard anything from her. Of course, the court case is still pending and trial is getting ready to begin next month. So I didn't expect to hear anything from her, and I don't expect to hear anything from her when it's over, because I just don't. I don't want to be disappointed when I don't hear anything. So, I've got too much going on here to worry about her.
You do kind of wonder if somebody knows that they have a health issue and they've already caused the death of one person. I mean, you could say the audacity to get back in the car again after that.
Yeah. I don't understand, and I'm just speaking from what I know. If that would have been me on May 19th and I killed somebody, that right there would have been enough to make me never want to drive again, ever. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I don't understand. I don't understand, but I don't know her situation. I don't know why she was driving that day. I don't know. I don't know if she was just going to the store, going to work, and she felt like she had to drive. She couldn't take the bus. I have no clue. No clue. But the fact that she was driving just tells me everything I need to know.
And what about Dr. Dillman's family?
They have been in and on my mind since this happened, since we found out that this was the same person that killed both people. And I want them to know that I've been thinking about them and I've been praying for them. Because they know how it feels. I've had a couple people from his family reach out to me, which I'm so glad and I'm so thankful for, because in their grief, they were thinking about us and the kids. They were concerned about the kids. They are concerned about the kids, and I appreciate that. That lets me know that there are still people out there that are good people and that care and that have our best interest at heart. So I just want them to know that if hopefully if we get justice for Kiana, I hope that they also feel like they got a little bit of justice for Brian. That's how I feel about it. I feel like our families are linked in a way that we never would have wanted to be, but we are. And so, they know that I'm thinking of them, and that, and I know they're thinking of us. And so we bonded in a way that is it's a tragic bond, but it's a bond that I think we both need. And so I just feel like getting justice for Kiana is also getting justice for Dr. Dillman. Because that shouldn't have happened either. That shouldn't have happened either.
Where was Kiana going?
She was on her way to pick up her boyfriend from work. And she was sitting right there at that light at 52nd and Keystone getting ready to turn left. And she was out of the cars, all the cars that ended up being involved, she was the one right in the back. And so she took the hit. And it kind of pushed her car up underneath the one in front of her, like so. And it just caused a chain reaction of those 8 cars. But yeah, it was probably about 4:45, right around there in the afternoon when that happened on June 9th. Because she had called me at 3:11 and I never heard back, called her. And I knew after about 20 minutes that something wasn't right because Kiana she never ignored me. Especially if she was waiting for money from me. So I knew right away something wasn't right. I didn't think it was that, but I thought maybe her phone died or, she had left it somewhere or something. And so June 9th, from about 5 o'clock until about a little after 10 that night, I was just frantically looking for her and trying to find her. I had my oldest daughter go over to her apartment. She wasn't there. And, by the time it got dark, I just knew something happened to her. And I got a call a little after 10 from somebody at IU Methodist saying that they thought they had my daughter down there, but they needed identifiers, and I didn't really understand what that meant. I'm like, okay, well, she's tall, she's light-skinned, she's beautiful, she's got dark, I was just giving them physical description. And the lady on the phone said, no, we need like birthmarks or tattoos. And so I knew then that something had happened where she wasn't recognizable. And I, at that point, just kind of dropped to my knees in my bedroom on the phone. And they told me to get down there. And I did. I zoomed down there, got down there in about 10 minutes. And I came in through the ER entrance, and there was somebody there waiting for me. So that was just kind of the sealer of it all. And they took me up to critical care unit, and there was a team of neurologists that were right outside her door and told me before I even got in the room that she wasn't coming back. That the extent of her head injuries were such that she couldn't recover. And they had her on life support to support her organs. And so that was Thursday night. After that, I went into the room, and she was not recognizable. But I held her hand. I was scared to touch her because she was just broken from head to toe. She had head injuries, and she just had broken bones all the way through her body. And I was scared to touch her because I didn't want to hurt her. She was able to donate organs to save 4 people. Kiana was able to, in my mind, when she took that hit, all those other people and all those other cars were not hurt because of her, because she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. and she, she took the impact so that those other people in those cars didn't, weren't affected in this way. So I feel like between that and her organ donation, she just, she she's made a lot of she's saved a lot of people's lives, and she's made people's lives better, and their family members' lives better, and gave life to people who were losing it. And so I keep that at the forefront of my mind all the time, because it's hard. It's too hard to think about all the other stuff, we had her cremated. Her favorite color was pink, so I've got her in a pink urn up in my bedroom. I've got a little setup for her. She's got her angel wings next to her, and her little angel crystal and her candles, and I light those candles every morning because when I wake up, because that's how I connect with. I just feel, I don't know why, and it's a crazy thing, but it makes me feel better, so I do it. I light those candles next to her every morning. I kiss her. I talk to her like she's right there in the room with me. And it makes me feel connected to her. But I'm glad that I feel like wherever she's at now, she's just living her best life, and she's free. And she doesn't have to worry about things that she worried about here on Earth. And she's making things happen for us that are impacting us in a positive way.
You say there's been amazing community response. Tell me about that.
People that we don't even know found out how to get a hold of us, and we're just bringing clothes and food and baby stuff and diapers. We didn't have to buy diapers for baby girl until just recently, within the last couple weeks. We got so many people offering just whatever we needed, reaching out and saying, hey, I know you don't know me, but this is my name, this is my number. If you need anything, let us know. We've gotten a response from the Colts, from the Pacers. I mean, it's been really overwhelming and heartwarming to see how people have come together to take care of us. And it's been life for me these last couple months, because it's been difficult. It's been really difficult. I still haven't really had the chance to grieve for Kiana because I have to be on the go all the time with the kids. And so for me to just sit down and talk about her is difficult, because I don't normally do it in this way. Me and the kids talk about her all the time. But those conversations are all the good things that we remember about her, and trying to make the kids remember the happy times instead of this terrible thing that happened to their mother. And so those conversations are very different. But I'm doing what Kiana would want me to do, and I'm taking care of the kids, and they're wonderful, they're great, they're gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine, and I'll see her again someday. And I can't wait. I can't wait.